Hello and welcome to This Date in History, aka T.D.H. This show is all about the events that occurred today in years past, both recognized by actual historians, but mainly things I personally find intriguing enough for me to bring to you. The source of this information comes from the smart device application Today in History on this day. For links to the app, music, and anything else potentially interesting, check the box below. Anyway, on with the show! Today is Freya's Day, aka Friday, April 27, 2018. In 395, Emperor Arcadius married Aelia Eudoxa, daughter of the Frankish general Flavius Bauto. She later became one of the more powerful Roman empresses of late antiquity. In 1509, Pope Julius II placed the Italian state of Venice under interdict. In 1521, during the Battle of Mactan, explorer Ferdinand Magellan was killed by natives led by Chief Lapu-Lapu in the Philippines. Speaking of the Philippines, in 1565, Cebu was established, becoming the first Spanish settlement there. In 1595, the relics of Saint Sava were incinerated in Belgrade on the Krashir Plateau by Ottoman Grand Vizier Sinan Pasha. This site is now the location of the Church of Saint Sava, one of the largest Orthodox churches in the world. In 1667, John Milton, blind and impoverished, sold the copyright of Paradise Lost for £10. In 1813, during the War of 1812, yes, you heard that correctly, U.S. troops captured York, the capital of Upper Canada, during the Battle of York. In 1861, U.S. President Abraham Lincoln suspended the writ of habeas corpus. In 1865, the New York State Senate created Cornell University as the state's land-grant institution. In 1927, Carabineros de Chile, the Chilean National Police Force and Gendarmerie, was created. In 1936, the United Auto Workers, aka UAW, gained autonomy from the American Federation of Labor. In 1941, during World War II, German troops entered Athens. Also in 1941 and also during World War II, the Communist Party in Slovenia, the Slovene Christian Socialists, the left-wing Slovene Sokols, aka National Democrats, and a group of progressive intellectuals established the Liberation Front of the Slovene nation. In 1945, during World War II, the last German formations withdrew from Finland to Norway. The Lapland War and thus World War II in Finland came to an end, and the raising of the flag on the three-country cairn photograph was taken. Also in 1945 and also during World War II, Benito Mussolini was arrested by Italian partisans in Dongo while he was attempting to escape disguised as a German soldier. In 1953, Operation Moolah offered $50,000 to any pilot who defected with a fully mission-capable Mikoyan Gurevich MiG-15 to South Korea, with the first one to receive $100,000. In 1960, Tonga gained independence from French-administered UN trusteeship. Just the next year, in 1961, Sierra Leone was granted independence from the United Kingdom with Milton Margai as the first Prime Minister. In 1967, Expo 67 officially opened in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, with a large opening ceremony broadcasted globally. It would open to the public the next day. In 1974, 10,000 people marched in Washington, D.C., calling for the impeachment of U.S. President Richard Nixon. 4 years later, in 1978, they saw a revolution began in Afghanistan, only to end the following morning with the assassination of Afghan President Mohammad Daoud Khan and the establishment of the Democratic Republic of Afghanistan. In 1981, Xerox PARC introduced the computer mouse. In 1986, the city of Pripyat, as well as the surrounding areas, were evacuated due to the Chernobyl disaster.
Look at this place. 50,000 people used to live in the city. Now it's a ghost town.
The year after that, 1987, the U.S. Department of Justice barred Austrian President Kurt Waldheim and his Nazi wife Elizabeth from entering the United States of America, charging that he had aided in the deportations and executions of thousands of Jews and others as a German army officer during World War II. In 1992, the Federal Republic of Yugoslavia, comprising of Serbia and Montenegro, was proclaimed. Also in 1992, Betty Bothroyd became the first female to be elected Speaker of the British House of Commons in its 700-year history. Also in 1992, the Russian Federation and 12 other former Soviet republics became members of the International Monetary Fund and the World Bank. Now, in the underbar below, there is a link to a video I would really enjoy you to watch. It is about the World Bank and the biggest scam/theft in history. In 1994, the interim constitution came into force, allowing black citizens in South Africa to vote in the South African general election. In 2005, the Airbus A380 aircraft flew for the first time. The year after that, in 2006, construction began on the Freedom Tower, later renamed One World Trade Center in New York City. In 2007, amid political controversy with Russia, Estonian authorities removed the Bronze Soldier, which was a Soviet Red Army war memorial in Tallinn. And in 2011, the 2011 super outbreak devastated the southeastern United States, especially Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, and Tennessee. 205 tornadoes touched down on this date alone, causing the deaths of over 300 people and the injury of hundreds more. First, Samuel Morse, 1791, Ulysses S. Grant, 1822, Betty May Tiger Jumper, 1923. And that concludes the show. Once again, check the underbar for any links you may be interested in. For your dose of Past Events Daily, I am Aoxander, and you are you. Toodles!